Well, this whole organization has been about the students and us musicians being able to give back for the next generations that are coming up. I was fortunate when I came up to have, which is one of our professors, Professor Doc, as one of my early mentors back in the day, and Joe Brazil, Gary Hammond, and a lot of the older crew musicians that were around Seattle that kept me under their wing. My Uncle Frank, that was a bass player that had a group in my grandmother's basement. So we started this orchestra for a need for the Southeast area. Problem is, a lot of the music programs were in and out. They might have it for a few years, they won't have any music. Rainier Beach suffered that quite a bit. South Shore suffered that quite a bit. Aki Karosi. So all the feeders, the elementary schools, all suffered that problem where we get students that made it all the way to high school and has never played an instrument before. Where you look at some of the North End schools like Roosevelt or Garfield, the students start with private lessons probably about first, second grade. So by the time they're in middle school, they're already playing in competition, and then they move on to high school to continue to do the same thing. Now, my program is not about competing with them. It's about empowering the students here with what they can do. And I've taught students at Roosevelt and Garfield, so I have respect for the program, but the approach for down in our area and the need is a lot different. Where again, a lot of the parents can't spend money for private lessons, they can't spend money for an instrument. So over the course of the years, again with the help of the Department of Neighborhoods and Gary Owens and his team, we were able to start to build instruments, used, new, to be able, so when we have students that come to our program, they have an instrument to play. They have an instrument they can take home and practice with. And there's no other program in the city or pretty much in the state that's doing what we're doing. And again, this program is about the kids, about them being able to have an opportunity to play music. Now, I was fortunate to become a professional musician and travel all over the place, and I've been blessed with that. My goal for these students, if they choose to become professionals, that's great. But my goal is just one, to keep them out of the streets so they're not getting in trouble. They're doing something constructive, and they can play music after high school.